All right, let's talk about how to survive being a small channel, because I know what it's like to be a small channel. I've been there, and yes, it's frustrating. It's also exciting at the same time. Being on YouTube is a lot of fun, but in the beginning, it can be a little stressful, and you might question what you're doing. Is it working? Maybe you've watched a bunch of different YouTubers telling you to do this or to do that, and maybe the things you're trying just aren't working. Well, I hope to just shed a little light on what it takes to survive being a small channel, what to expect, and really just give you a little confidence, give you a little boost that everything's going to be okay if you stick with it. And hopefully what I share with you today will help you kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. So let's talk about what it takes to survive being a small channel. One thing that I learned from one of my mentors here on YouTube, and I've been doing this since 2017, so I've worked with a lot of wonderful coaches and YouTubers over the years, and one of them told me that in the beginning, you have to look at your YouTube channel kind of like a farmer. Okay, so a farmer, and I'm not a farmer, I'm not a farmer, so if I screw this up, please be gentle with me. But like a farmer gets ready to plant their crop, right? They've got to dig the dirt up, make sure the soil's all good. They got to make the lines so they can then put all the seeds down, and they might have tomatoes over here, maybe corn over here, maybe pumpkins, carrots, who knows. But the point is, they have to plant the seeds. And when the farmer plants the seeds, they don't wake up the next morning and go outside and say, where the heck is all my fruit? Where are all my vegetables? They know that it takes time. They've got to water it. They need the sunlight, all that kind of stuff. And they need to tend to it every single day. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be tending to your videos every single day, but the point I'm trying to make is when those seeds plant, and as the farmer starts to water the seeds and tend to its crop, those seeds start to develop sprouts, and those sprouts start to set out underneath the earth, underneath the ground. And they get stronger and stronger. And the stronger they get, well, the stalk starts to form, and eventually the fruit starts to bud. And then eventually you can actually harvest the fruit, the vegetables, pick it and sell it or eat it or do whatever you're going to do with it. So that's really the hardest part about being the farmer, is waiting for the fruits of your labor. And it's the same thing with being a YouTuber. You upload a video and you check it every 24 hours. You check the view count, check the subscriber count, and you're wondering, why isn't it growing faster? Why am I not getting more views? Why am I not getting subscribers? And that's totally normal. Just like the farmer plants seeds and grows the fruits and vegetables, when you upload a video, it's going to take time for that video to take off. Now, there are some cases where, yes, people upload a video with it, and within the first couple days, week, month, it explodes. There are unicorns out there, it happens. But for most of us, it takes some time. And YouTube, they want to know who your audience is. They want to make sure they get it in front of the right people. So usually in the beginning, YouTube is going to run a test, and they're going to send it out to a small audience, a little bit of your subscribers, depending on how many you have, and then to an audience that's not your subscribers, and they want to see what kind of reaction they get. So essentially what they're doing is they're running an experiment in the beginning. So essentially what YouTube is doing is they're running an experiment on your video. And depending on the feedback they get, it might take off sooner, it might take off later. But what's important is to be patient and let YouTube do its thing. YouTube is a long game. And when you understand that and you can accept that, the better off you're going to be long term. And one thing I want to hopefully nail home with you guys is YouTube doesn't care about your vanity metrics. Okay, meaning how many subscribers you have. You care about it, right? I still care, right? We're human beings, so we care like, oh, are people subscribing? But it doesn't matter. What YouTube cares about are the views. Are people watching the video? And most importantly, are they staying on the video? how long are they watching it? Because the longer they watch, the better, because YouTube is a business, they can show more ads. So at the end of the day, it's all about watch time and keeping people on the platform, whether you have 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers. And one of the most important things with uploading your videos, before you even do your thumbnail, do your title, as a small channel, you have to nail down the idea. You want to make sure that you are nailing down the idea right away before you focus on the thumbnail, the title, and the intro. So you want to look for videos that are already performing well on YouTube. They are proven to work. And then you want to make your version of that video. Obviously, it's got to be in your niche, and it's got to relate to you and your style and what you're doing. But you want to take the idea first. And when you look for ideas, it's important, since you are a smaller channel, that you look for videos that have a higher view count to sub count ratio. For example, if a subscriber count for a YouTube channel is 10,000, and there's a video that they did that only has 2,000 views, that would not be considered an outlier video. But if that channel has a video that has, say, 100,000 views, well, that's a 10-to-1 ratio, 100,000 to 10,000 subscribers. That is a perfect example of an outlier video. And that would be the type of video that you would make. And then you would make your own variation of that. The title's going to change slightly. You're going to adapt it to you and your channel. Obviously, the thumbnail's going to be different, but it's the idea for the video that's popular, and you're going to remake your version of that idea. And if you're somebody who's struggling with the idea part, you have the channel, but you're struggling with coming up with ideas, right? What the heck should I talk about? Then definitely check out my training I did below. This is a free training. I did it for my coaching clients. This will show you exactly how to come up with those outlier videos that I was just talking about, and to come up with winning video ideas right away. So there's a couple key things I want to talk about, 3 main things. The first one is the quality of your video. And by quality, I don't mean having the best camera, having the best microphone, having the best background, right? I'm in my kitchen right now. It doesn't matter. What I mean is, are you solving a problem? So before you even upload that video, before you write the script or your bullet points, however you like to film, you have to look at it and say, would I watch this video? Would I get something from this? Would it solve my problem? Would it help me get better at this? Would it help me reduce this or gain that, right? People are here searching for answers. And it could be as simple as an answer to a mathematical question. It could be a recipe question. It could be something about losing weight or gaining weight, building muscle. But they're looking for someone just to show them how to do it. Everything in my house, I fix from YouTube. I fixed my washer and dryer last week. Literally found a guy on YouTube. I wish I could remember his name so I could give a shout out to him. But literally word for word, I watched the video, I paused, I went and fixed, came back, paused, or watched, went back, made a couple adjustments, and fixed my washer and dryer in less than an hour, and saved me a ton of money doing it. Quality of your video. Is it solving a problem? Don't worry about your backdrop. Use your phone, get a lavalier mic, something like this if you can. You want to have decent audio, but other than that, what's most important is the problem, okay? So solving a problem, helping people out, and being authentic, being yourself. And then the next one is quantity. You need to pick how many times you're going to upload during the week, and then you need to stick with it. If it's once a week, then you will upload once a week. And if that day is Wednesday at 5 o'clock, then you upload every Wednesday, 5 o'clock. If it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon, then it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. Now, here's a pro tip for you. I'm not telling you to upload 7 days a week. You got to find what works for your schedule and for your lifestyle. But I can tell you that the more videos you get up, especially if you're a new channel, that's more data that you can send to YouTube, that they can then get back to you, right, in your analytics in 30 days, 60 to 90 days and say, okay, you made 30 videos in the last 90 days. Well, out of these 30 videos, these top 10 are performing really well. And then these next 10 are doing okay. And then these other 10, they're not doing good at all. Well, that tells you, okay, I'm going to scrap these bottom 10. Maybe I can make some tweaks on these middle 10. And then these top 10 video titles, well, guess what? I'm going to make more like that. I'm going to make different variations. So you want to go back and look at those top 10 or 5 titles, whatever they are, and then look at different variations that you can make of those videos. So you want to duplicate what's working. And when you have more videos out there, you have more data to send to YouTube, the quicker they can get those analytics back to you, and then you can start doubling down on what's working and scratch the rest. If this is all resonating with you and you're ready to build something on YouTube, but maybe you're just lacking the roadmap, then I'd love to chat with you. I'm opening up some YouTube discovery calls this month where we can dive deeper into whether YouTube is the right fit for you or not. And we can talk about a plan moving forward. I'll put a link below in the description. Click that and book your call. Next, I want to talk about consistency. Like before, I talked about quantity, right? How many YouTube videos you're going to do per week, and then sticking with a schedule. You must be consistent above all, okay? You cannot just post 1 month, take 3 months off, post 1 week, take a couple weeks off. You have to stay consistent. So like we talked about before, if you pick 3 videos a week that you're going to do, then you do 3 videos a week. And if you're somebody who's limited on time, the best way to keep up with demand, if you will, is to batch record your videos. Do it once a week, do it once a month, however you want to do it. So have all of your video ideas ready to go for the month, and then have your scripts or your outlines, whatever it is you're doing, and pick 1 day a week and say, okay, on Mondays, I'm going to record 3 videos. Or on Monday, I'm going to record 5 videos. It all depends on your workload, how long your videos are, what types of videos they are. I can usually do about 2 to 3 in a day. And honestly, that's about all I want to do because I go a little cuckoo. But find what works for you, and that will really help you stay consistent. And here's what happens when you stay consistent on YouTube. You get better at your craft. That's all there is to it. Just like if you start exercising, you start to build muscle, you start to lose weight. With YouTube, every video you make, you're going to get a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better. But you have to hit record. And you have to upload those videos. And not only are you getting better on camera, but you're getting better with understanding lighting, where to set up your camera, how to set up your camera. Maybe you're experimenting with a particular type of camera or a microphone. You're going to get comfortable with how all these things work. And the more you do it and the more videos you put out, it's actually going to reduce the time it takes you to make those videos, because not only are you getting more comfortable, but you're starting to create and develop systems for making your videos. Also, when you stay consistent, you start to build a community. People expect you to show up every week, whatever your schedule is. And when they see you doing that on a consistent basis, guess what? They're going to start commenting more. They're going to start asking questions. And YouTube, this is a social platform. People want to engage with you. They have questions for you, and you should be in there answering those questions, responding to people. And I always like when somebody leaves a comment and they don't ask a question, I ask a question back. So if somebody says, hey, great video, I'll say thank you, and I'll say, what did you like about the video, or what part stood out to you? So you want to keep that engagement going, because YouTube loves to see engagement, and they love to see people active on the platform. And as you make more videos, well, then guess what? Your video library, your playlists start to grow. So now you have more roots taking form, more fruit getting harvested out there. So as your library grows, people watch one video, guess what? They're gonna go and watch the next video. Then they're gonna watch another video. So if you've ever watched a video and at the end somebody says, hey, if you like this, check out that video, or this reminds me of another video I made, something along those lines, and they show their other video up here, that's what you wanna be able to do as well. So as your library grows, you're gonna have more videos that you can recommend to people. Or you could even say something like, check out my playlist here. And guess what? They're going to watch it, and they're going to watch the next one and the next one and the next one. And that is going to increase your views, your watch time, your subscribers, everything. It might take you 20, 50, 100 videos before one pops off, but it will happen. And usually it's the video that you least expect. It's the video that you make, you're like, nobody's gonna watch this. This is boring. Or, I had on this silly shirt, or I had something in my teeth, or the dogs were barking, whatever it is. That's gonna be the video that you make that actually takes off. So stick with it, keep making videos. And thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.